New updated hero tier list for the month of October 2023 for the game King God Castle. Hey, Nab here. In this video, I'm going to be updating my hero tier list from last time. As a reminder, I'll be updating this hero tier list every month, so be sure to subscribe, like the video, and keep up with that every month. And this is with the Victoria hero patch, so I'll be ranking her and updating my list from before. But first, the giveaway winners from last time, the winners are, there are going to be 3 of them, XD, Partek Bista, and Red. So you guys want a month of Discord Nitro? All you have to do is message me on Discord and I will send you a gift link. You can find me. The best way is through the King God official Discord. You can go to videos probably and you can find me is Noblesse. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't have an issue finding me, but let me know if you have any issues. All right, so King God Castle updated tier list. So this tier list, as you see now, I have adjusted it like a little bit within because of alphabetical reasons, so when we're going through this it is not too confusing, but this is the same exact list as previous season and I will be updating it now. There were a lot of opinions about my list last time. It was very fun to see what everyone thought. As a reminder, guys, I have been playing this game for a while. My genuine feelings, I have tried to make every single hero work in some way, fashion, or form. Not many people can say that and they just think, but you know, it is what it is, man. Tier lists are tier lists. This is my list, boys. But yeah, so let's just go through this alphabetical order and I will see how I feel about it. You know, this season is kind of, I mean, Victoria is actually pretty bombing, but just in terms of the meta overall, it is kind of stale. And not gonna lie, it's a little stale. So we're gonna go through it. Agathe, she is the latest battle pass character, and B, you know, I'm gonna go through this timestamps all below as a reminder, and I think she is B. She is B. I'm definitely going to be adjusting some of these, you know, so definitely going to be adjusting some of these. So B still, Alberon. This is going to be a little faster, by the way, because we already have this established and all I have to do is update it. So Alberon, C. I know I read that there was a lot of like, oh, Alberon is like the most needed healer in raids, and I'm just like, all right. does that make him like an A then? But that feels super bad. Hero lock doesn't really matter anymore, you know. So like, you know, like his value, C, boys. I'm sorry, he's a C compared to, okay, so like what are we ranking this on? Okay, so like power level, the current meta, what he brings to the table, and how is that compared to other heroes comparative power level, okay? And how often is he seen? Yes, he's seen in raids, okay? Yes, he's seen, but not really anywhere else, okay, boys? All right. So just to get this clear, okay? And it's based on how we play them as a hero, not what we think the designers meant to, you know. There's this whole thing, you know, I'm gonna go on a tangent. You guys are gonna get me on a tangent, boys. You guys are I'm gonna sit here and talk so much. All right, so Aramis, he got a buff. He's actually pretty freaking good, man. He's actually pretty freaking good, like almost where I want to put him in A. Like he is quite strong. Like, do I want to put him in A, man? He is strong right now, man. Like his lady, he got a buff, and but he's, ooh, is he A? I think I have to put him in A, man. I have to. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I would love to see some comments on that. You know, I genuinely feel like he's really solid right now. He is extremely solid, super solid. Okay, so Asiaq, B, she could stay there. A lot of these aren't gonna change that much. So next one in the alphabetical list would be Baldir. Baldir, A. I still feel pretty good. Like the reason why he's in A, okay, he is strictly a farmer. He can actually do arena too, by the way. Not in Grand Arena, but he's like, you know, a force to be reckoned with. It's because he has survivability as well, and anybody who has survivability, I've said this in my last video, anybody can like, dish out a lot of damage and survive, it's a strong hero, right? So Baldir, A, yeah. Bardrey, yep, the only battery unit in the game. S tiers makes sense. Behemus is very interesting because right now he is favored in Arena, which is where he's used in. Okay, I mean you see him in Great Rift as well, but like, you know, not as much. But like Arena is where where you're using this character, and he is pretty freaking good right now. And Arena focus. Ah, man, do I put him in A? He's pretty good, but like because of like he's only really used in Arena, it's hard for me to put him not like B. You know what I'm saying? Like because he's the thing is, he is not the one single dominant force in Arena right now. And that is where he's supposed to shine, okay? And then a lot of people are going to say, oh, no, he could be used in Great Rift too. And he's amazing, so he should be A. Nah. He is an Arena hero, boys. And he is shining right now. But it is not like just Behemoth. There's like a trifecta right now. And I think Behemus is one of them, but he's not the overpowered selection. But if he was he was the single most dominant comp that play right now in Arena, he'd be like A tier or S. I don't think he will be ever S, but A tier. But since he is not the only option, he is sticking in B for me. Unfortunately, I do like me a Behemus. Bombie, okay, Bombie S. It just feels so bad. Okay, I will admit there might be a little bias in my Bombie pick, but he is such a solid hero that he is like just straight throughout all the cross. And you're not gonna see him in like freaking raid comps, okay? But like through everything else, he is straight solid. You want something done, Bombie. Like it's so safe. It is so safe. Yeah, I love me Bombie. Cain, he had a change. Hey, man, you know, to be completely honest, I think he's a B tier hero, boy. I think I know he has the weapon generation, godlike for raid items, but like, let's be honest, like Arena, he's like as a carry, which he's supposed to be a carry, okay? The one thing that I'm like mad about Cain is that he can still get hit when he leaps up and leaps down. You know, like I wish his invulnerability frames, you know, continue from when he leaps and then when he hits the floor. I hate it that you are still tethered while you're leaping. I hate it. I freaking hate it. Like Mirsyl ticks and everything, like you will still die in midair, and I absolutely hate that. And I think because of that, you know, it convinced me. I convinced myself he is B tier. He is freaking B tier, man. Yeah, he is B. Even with his like slash change buff. To be honest, I don't think it changed too much, but yeah, I wish his invulnerability frames, you know, like when he goes up, he can't get hit when he jumps and then when he lands. Like it's so triggering when I see him in the air and he gets executed or something, you know. Otherwise it would have been he would be broken, but you know, like, you know, come on. Okay, so that's Cain. Next one, Cathy. Cathy is not favored in the Grand Arena buff anymore, and she is pretty solid still, but yeah, she's a B tier now in my opinion. Still really strong. This doesn't mean, even when she's in B tier, doesn't mean she doesn't do a lot of damage, guys. Okay, she does a lot of damage. She can do 10 15 corruption, blah blah blah. Okay, this does not mean she can't. All right, in comparison to the meta and every other hero's power level, what they bring to the table, okay, guys? Okay, okay. I just want to make it clear. All right, so Chung Ah. So Chung, I'm gonna tell you guys straight, okay? This is no memeing, okay? This is my genuine feelings of the power levels of the game. As a reminder, Chung Ah, I think she's actually pretty strong. I think she's gotten buffed a lot over the past, you know, year or so. So I think she's actually low key kind of strong. So B, I feel good at B. Daniel, still D tier. We don't need to talk about Daniel. Draco, I still feel like he's a C tier hero. maybe if I put him down here, oh, people are gonna get so angry. But C tier, I'll give him that. I love me Draco. Esthea, I think Esthea is actually really strong, really unique. Her unique, what she brings to the table is so unique and so powerful that it makes me want to put her in A tier. Let me think about it real quick. She is such a solid, like she's like a damage but like support as well. I'm happy if I get her in Great Rift. She can pretty much do invasion as well. Are you gonna is that gonna be like your main go-to farmer? I mean, I guess if you really love Esthea. Man, I'll leave her at B. And she has potential to go A in the future, is what I will say. Spoken words. Okay, so Evan is still S. Evan is Evan, though a lot of people are kind of getting off the Evan train nowadays because there are definitely other options. But Evan is still a solid pick, and you cannot deny Evan and Aramis. You cannot deny their worthiness because you start with them, by the way. No gotcha. You don't need to pray to gotcha gods for these characters, and they are amazing. So because of that fact, that is also accountable in their tier rankings as well. So next one, Gidnil, less Tower of Trials. You know, I mean, I'll give Tower of Trials a nod. Gidnil is pretty key in a lot of stuff, but besides Tower of Trials, Mighty Blocks is better, you know, for the most part. So it's like, because of Tower of Trials, and maybe some raids, maybe he's a B. Okay, fair enough. Fair, is that fair? Yeah, I do recognize the ability that he brings to Tower of Trials and what he enables, but it is not enough for me to put him in A. Come on, bro, come on. So Haerang, still freaking S tier, man. Still freaking S tier. This guy, when are they gonna nerf? When are you gonna nerf him? Hansi, yeah. See, I know a lot of people. I've seen some players who are like, oh, I use Hansi all the time and she wrecks everything. It's because of the perspective. Okay, it's the perspective. Even when she's C tier, doesn't mean if you get her to tier 7 and give her 3 items that she's gonna suck. No, that is not what this means. It is the perspective of every other character, what they bring, what comps do they enable, and how strong are they, right? And why are they good? So it is definitely a perspective thing, okay? But right now, Hansi has been on the downtrend for a very long time, and she hasn't gone up. I'm telling you, she hasn't. She was S tier at one point. She is S tier at one point, very, very long ago, but not right now. Not right now. Okay, so next one, Hela. I will. Okay, so last video I was debating B or C, and I have to give it to B. Okay, I'll change it to B. I feel like she is solid. She should not be next to Hansi. All right, I admit. Oh, can you guys see it? Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on, I gotta fix it. You guys can't see the Hela. All right, we're good. All right, so yeah, I think Hela B is good. It feels better. Okay, it feels better. It's honestly between B and C, and I think she is B. That is how I feel. Ian, still freaking S. A lot of people are like, oh, should I invest in Ian? He's still really strong, and guess what? He got nerfed quite a bit actually, and guess what? He might get nerfed even more or even changed. So he is a super volatile risk right now to invest in, but that is entirely up to you to decide whether you want to put stuff into him or not. Next one, Joel is a C tier hero, bro. Even with his buffs, honestly, he needs a kit change. To be honest, he needs a change, man. I don't know. Kanak, still Kanak tier. Kirdan, Kirdan is a problem right now, dude. He is. To be honest, if I could, I'd put him in S+. This guy, they need to nerf him. He is great in arena. He is great in invasion runs. You can do insignia, crown, and horn. No problem. And guess what? He is a lot of damage. He can scale off of attack speed or spell power. And he is CC immunity. And guess what? He is a 30 mana hero. 2 hits, boys. 2 hits, and you have CC immunity. They need to nerf this guy to be a 100 mana or 75 mana. That is my genuine feelings. He is broken. I would be surprised if they don't nerf him. But it is not... It's funny. It's funny because Ian exists, right? I think it's because Ian bursts somebody down to 100 to 0, and Kirdan kind of does it. I mean, he does it pretty fast too, but it is kind of like an overtime thing, right? It's not like, you know, you kind of see him spinning, and also it's fun looking at him spin. Ian, he just charges and goes at you, and when he touches you, you're dead. So it's like a little less satisfying. I think that's why. But Kirdan might get seeing some nerfs, boys, but he is easily SS plus. If you are right now, if you're wondering, oh, who should I, you know, before you guys nerf, okay, who should I invest in? Probably Kirdan. If you're wondering, if you have all these heroes and you're starting in as a new player, somehow you have all these heroes, Kirdan is the one that you want. Okay, I'm telling you right now, Kirdan is a problem. He is S plus right now. I think he's like the toppity top of every hero right now, and he is so good. And it is not because of raids, okay? It is because of what, like, it's just everything else. It is everything else. Again, I have to remind people, raid, what you use in raid isn't indicative of the entire meta, okay, guys? Unless you're using like a raid tier list. But I have to say these things, guys. I have to say these things. You know, I have to say it. Leo, my boy Leo, I put him in B. I do think that this is a little too, you know, generous. He is definitely a C tier hero for sure. Solid tank. If there's a giant meta in Arena, he is definitely going to be the person to go to. But right now, with the heroes that you're able to use and things like that in Arena right now, it is like you're not gonna, yeah, he's a C. He's a solid tank. You start off with him, by the way, so he's a solid frontliner. I wouldn't awaken him. I'd probably leave him at level 8 if you're starting out, but yeah, he's just a solid meat shield, you know, solid meat shield. Yeah, Leo. Lily, best tank in the game, and it is because of her mounting, remount, you know, that interaction and everything, and she has a stun for awakening and everything. Probably best tank in the game, you know, awesome. And hero log, obviously. Lunaire, still amazing. Hasn't been changed. She hasn't been brought down to mono level with her requirements. Maybe in the future. Still S tier. Lyca. Ooh, Lyca. So I put him in A because Lyca was really, really good even in Arena, and he got some buffs, and now the Arena buff does not favor him, so he's not really used as much, but he's still really good. But the thing is, a lot of people don't use him as a carry. So like putting him in B, like I'm just looking at this right now, like with the other characters in B, it doesn't feel good, so I have to put him in C. So going from A to C, like I mean, he's a hero log. He's a freaking old hero, okay, boys. He's an old hero. I think he needs a little tweak in his kit, but yeah, he's still really good, but like Kirdan exists, man. Freaking Kirdan exists. You like with hero pathing and stuff, it is not an issue anymore as in the past. Like in the past, you put the reason why you put Lyca in is because you're messing up pathing, right? Those melee, man, it's a freaking nightmare. And you guys who've been playing for a while know exactly what I'm talking about. Players nowadays don't really understand that, but yes, Lyca, I think C tier hero in this patch as of right now. Mano hasn't changed. He is still really good. I might put him in S. Personally, I would put him in S. But Lunaire exists. So, oh man, do I put him in S, dude? What he does. The thing is, there is a difference between Lunaire and Mano. I'll say that. There's a difference, and it's just like, man, because I would do this. 100,000% I would do this, but Okay, you know what? For this patch, I'm gonna put him in S. He is a link hero. You can only have one link hero on the team, okay? So that is that, okay? So if you only have Mano, he's really good, okay? You can only have one link hero. Usually you're gonna go Lunaire, but there are also other situations where you would pick Mano, and he is still really freaking good. And guess what? His healing is really freaking good. And guess what? When you get him in Great Rift, he is really good. Like, it's Esthea. Maybe in the next hero patch, I will adjust it, but I think in this patch, after playing with him and playing other modes, he is definitely there is a place for Mano. Is what I'll say. There's a place for Mano. And it just makes me feel bad that I want to put him in A because Lunaire exists, and it's just like, it just feels bad because he himself actually brings other things to the table, like minus 30% damage, plus 30% movement speed. That is really good. And there's some synergy with Victoria as well and other heroes, and the heal is amazing, and there's a lot of reasons. So I think S tier for now, and we'll see how I feel about him in the next patch update. Okay, next one. Mara's the Void Feeder, still S. Next one, Mel. Mel is still S. Mirsyl. Ooh, Mirsyl's an interesting one. Mirsyl is definitely B. Mirsyl is definitely B. She has fallen some. She was used last season in Arena meta, and she's not used anymore because Kirdan exists, and people are definitely more aware of Kirdan's power level, and he is definitely in the meta right now, so it makes sense. So yeah, it's just, yeah, Mirsyl B. Mirsyl B. I do like her. Neria is really strong right now. I don't think she's an S. She is A tier. She stays there. Nibella is an interesting one. I do like playing with her, but the thing is, her kit is so similar to some of the other heroes that does what she does better. Like, for example, Kirdan, right? Yeah, it's just, see. Next one, Ophelia. She is D tier. I mean, the reason why I put her in C tier last time was because of the arena meta, and because of the arena meta, she's just D tier. Freaking D. And by the way, her second awakening is straight garbage, man. Like, it doesn't do anything for her. Like, they designed her for some niche, I don't know, man, like chapter 15 stuff that hasn't come out yet or something, man. Maybe one day she will be S tier, who knows, but D tier she goes. Priya. Yeah, Priya C tier. I mean, okay, a lot of people are like, oh, Priya, if I put staffs on her, tier 7, she stuns the board. But guess what? What if I told you I had a team that had CC immunity and I had Kirdan? It doesn't matter. So, yes, if you put max items with highest tier on any of these heroes on this freaking, I mean, I say any carry hero, they can do the same thing that Priya does. That is the fact of the matter. Again, same thing with Hansi situation. It is simply perspective. Next one, Rahawk. Rahawk, he, great for hero boss, additional bonus damage, solid hero as a carry, actually. B tier seems right still. Ren, Mighty Block, she's a great farmer. She's a staple, fan favorite. She has AoE. She can do, Great Rift. She can do Tower of Trials, S tier, still S tier, it's just one of those characters. Rai, she's pretty strong. She is one of the Void fodder units. Summoner, right? Puppets. Pretty good. Grenade user, right? So really good. Rosette, she enables a lot. She is my go-to for a damage buffer. Is she A though? Is she? Looking at the other heroes in the list, it does look a little weird. So yeah, it does look a little weird. It feels a little weird for a tank to be A. I mean, we'll get to Tayback, but I think Rosette is B. She is really good, like definitely way far behind, like way far ahead than what she was before. Like, she was Kanak tier, boys, and they buffed her, changed her, more attack speed. she is actually super solid, and that is why I put her in A last time, and she can do freaking tower trials and things like that. So like, she's the go-to for me if I want a damage boost pretty much. And you know, B sounds right. Okay, B instead of A feels a lot better for sure now that I'm looking at it. Shelda, I think Shelda, oh man, Shelda, ooh, Shelda, I think she's a C tier, man. I think she's a C tier, dude. I think she is. She has uses, but it's just, yeah, C. I'm sorry, C. You actually don't really see her as much anymore, to be honest, to be completely honest. But she can be used as like a tank on the side, because like shield blocks and stuff. But like the other stuff that's in the game is just like yeah, see, you know, C. Next one, Taebag. Okay, Taebag, she is ooh, Taebag. You know, it's funny because with the rise of Kirdan and what's playing right now and everything else, it's just not as good. It's because of the CC immunity. Like anything with CC, like any hero that has CC, like their main thing is like, oh, I'm gonna CC you. It is in this season, it is definitely, the power ranking is definitely lower because like Kirdan exists. Like I said, he bypasses every form of CC. Yeah, it's just, I think he's a C tier. As much as I like him, right now in the meta he is not great right now. So it is kind of funny. You see all these like A tier heroes that are like down to C, right? But he still has uses, okay? Don't get me wrong. But what he's used for right now is not as effective. So C tier. Taebag, I think he's, yeah, I'm gonna say he's still A tier. Just the way his kit is, like he's one of the very few like quote unquote tanky heroes that like because of his kit is really good. So A tier, I think so. Next one, Tia, still A tier, I believe. Victoria, okay, this is going, a lot of people are like S tier. Is she S tier though? Is she? I'm gonna put her in A. And over time, if she proves it, I will put her in S maybe. But she is amazing in like one-shotting people. But if she doesn't one-shot, she's kind of garbo. But the thing is, in Great Rift, she's really great. I think she might actually struggle on P15 for sure, because on bosses, on mob floor she's amazing. On bosses she struggles for sure, unless you one-shot the boss, which you have to get that perfect setup. But like if you get that setup, it's great. But that's like with any comp, right? So like in invasion chapters, she's great. And like in arena, like maybe low tier, maybe she's good. I'm gonna put her in A. Maybe next hero tier, you know, that's the joy of doing monthly hero tier lists. I can adjust these as, you know, things progress. And right now I am not confident to put her in S, so I'm gonna put her in A. Okay, she does a heck of a lot of damage, do not get me wrong. Okay, it is very satisfying. Her kit is very fun to see, but I think she's A right now. Yan, she has definitely fallen off, but she is still really good. Oh, you can't see her. Let me try to move it a little bit. Oh no, you kind of see. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna do it like this. So yeah, Yan is really good. She has fallen off a little bit because the meta doesn't really favor her, but she still does a lot of damage. She's in a really good spot in my opinion. Yeah. So she used to be like freaking Kanak tier. I you know, like, but she made a comeback, and then she's actually pretty solid right now. So. Yeah, Zuo Bai. I think Zuo Bai got a buff. Okay, he's still squishy as ever, but he still got a buff. And I think he's okay. I'll give you B. I'll give Zuo Bai B. Zuo Yun, is he A? I think so, because specifically raid viability as well. But he can do everything else. He's like a master of none besides like raid. Okay, he's solid in everything else. In my opinion, he is solid, really solid. Yeah, I think A, still really like A. Okay, I don't think he's S. I don't think he's S, but A for sure. Jupiter. I think B. You know, I think for this tier list, B. You know, she is a C, B for me. I think she dishes out so much freaking damage that she has to be B. Definitely over some of these, like comparing it to other C tier heroes. I think this is very solid. And that is it, boys. Let me do a once over real quick. I think I feel really good about all this list. It is kind of crazy how these tier lists change after every month. As you can see, there's a reason why tier lists are kind of hard to make, because the meta changes every time. So, but that is why you guys are here for the updated monthly hero tiers. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this tier list. Where do you rank Victoria? Do you still rank her in A? I did a poll last time and a lot of you guys said S, so I would love to hear what you guys think. And what do you think about the meta right now in terms of King God Castle? And as a reminder, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and to keep up with the monthly hero tier list. Every month I'll be updating it. And yeah, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you love it, and I'll see you next one, boys. Later.